Ambergris Caye is the #1 tourism destination in all of Belize, and it should come as no surprise to you that it's also the #1 market to invest in as a real estate investor. Whether your goal is equity appreciation or cash flow, or as many of us desire both, Ambergris Caye is not only the #1 market in Belize, but I would venture to say it's the #1 market opportunity in all of Central America and the Caribbean. Belize is the only English-speaking country in Central America, and as we look at the demographic shift of the baby boomers, they're all seeking desirable retirement destinations. And very high on the list is not only the country of Belize, but specifically this market of Ambergris Caye. Islands Magazine rated Ambergris Caye as the #1 island in the world to retire to, and it's consistently rated for 8 years in a row now by Islands Magazine as one of the top 10 islands in the world to live on. And just in the last 2 years, TripAdvisor has rated Ambergris Caye the #1 island in the world from a tourism perspective. What is all the buzz about? Why is everyone so focused with their attention on Ambergris Caye? Well, just to add to the flurry of activity, at the end of 2013, just a few short months ago, TripAdvisor rated Ambergris Caye as one of the top 10 up-and-coming destinations in the entire world. The very fact that you're listening to my voice right now is because Belize is likely on your radar. And if you're even contemplating the purchase of real estate in Belize, I would highly encourage you to take a little bit of time to watch the attached video and to learn more about the specific market and the Belize Discovery Trip. Now, why do we host a Belize Discovery Trip? Well, over the last 6 years, Robert Helms, the host of the Real Estate Guys radio show, the #1 downloaded podcast on iTunes for real estate investing, with over 3 million downloads and listeners in 180 countries, Robert has hosted the Belize Discovery Trip, and over 400 people have gone through the educational experience of learning all of the intricacies, all of the ins and outs of investing in the Belize market and all that the market has to offer. I would invite you to join myself, John Turley, and Robert Helms as we take you on a 3-day voyage of discovery of all that the real estate market here has to offer. Now, as the owner of the largest real estate brokerage in the country, and as the only American serving on the board of directors of the Belize Real Estate Association, it's been my privilege to work with literally thousands of clients and real estate investors. And what I've seen time and time again is that people start by looking at a specific property. They start by looking at condo A versus condo B versus condo C, when in reality, before you even contemplate investing in a property or even investing in a specific market, the thing you really should be doing is investing in your own education. You see, when you're investing in a market that's foreign to you, it doesn't have to be a foreign country to be foreign to you, but any market that's foreign to you is going to contain questions that you don't even know to ask. And I see it time and time again that people start with the property in view, when in reality they should have a comprehensive understanding of the market itself, what questions they should be asking, and they should have a clear idea of their personal investment philosophy. People ask me all the time, John, what's the best property to buy? What's the best deal in the marketplace? And the answer is always the same. It depends. What is your goal? What is your objective? What is it you seek to accomplish as an investor? You see, there's two ends of the spectrum. We have the financial investor who only cares about the return. They perhaps are considering paper assets versus real assets. They may buy a property and never come to see it. They're only interested in the dollars and cents of the return. At the other end of the spectrum, we have the lifestyle investor. The lifestyle investor may very well say, I have no intentions of ever renting the property. I don't care about the capital appreciation because I don't plan to sell it. I intend to use it, whether I'm going to retire there full-time or part-time or use it as a second home. It's a place that I want to create lasting memories for myself, my spouse, my family, my extended family, children and grandchildren, and that might be a lifestyle investment. Most people find themselves somewhere on the spectrum between the two. So I would highly encourage you, join us for 3 action-packed days where we're going to take you through and show you all of the best and the worst that Ambergris Caye has to offer. You see, our objective is not to sell you anything. In fact, there's no real estate available for sale during the 3-day Belize Discovery Trip. Now that may be hard to believe, and it may be hard to understand that the #1 real estate broker in the country of Belize would tell you that nothing is for sale. But my objective as an unofficial ambassador of Belize is to help you to obtain education for effective action. It's only after you've been educated, after you've educated yourself, that you understand what questions to ask and what buying criteria you don't even know to consider. Once you've had a chance to go through that process, only then are you capable and qualified to make a well-informed investment decision for yourself. And that's really, at the end of the day, what it's all about. In order to have a happy and satisfied client, that person has to be empowered to be able to make a knowledgeable decision. The promise that I personally make to you is that at the end of our 3 days together, should you choose to invest in your education, at the end of those 3 days together, if you've played full out and you've listened intently and answered the questions that have come up, and you look at all of the properties that we visit and you pull all of the pieces of the puzzle together, you will know more. You will have a greater comprehension, understanding, and knowledge of the Ambergris Caye real estate market and all the advantages of what this market has to offer, more so than 95% of the real estate professionals who actually practice selling and listing real estate in this market. That's my promise to you. Over 400 people have been through the Belize Discovery Trip, and never before has there been more interest, more focus, and more attention placed on Ambergris Caye, Belize. I invite you, please, join us on the next Belize Discovery Trip. Register your name and address, and we'll get you more information. We'll cover much more comprehensively all that's included in the Belize Discovery Trip, what you're going to see, what you're going to do, what you're going to experience, what expectations you should have, and how we intend to exceed in delivering on all of your expectations. So please, join myself and Robert Helms as we take you on a voyage of discovery of all that the Ambergris Caye real estate market has to offer.